What is going on, everybody, and welcome again to the Shittering Files, episode number 78,332.5. We are covering again Jeremy the Quartering, Melanie Mack, and especially in this video, Chrissie Mayr, who just cannot stop stepping right into it and tracking it into the house. She has doubled down, tripled down, now is quadrupling down, and it is getting drastically worse in this point in juncture. And I'm actually shocked. I think she's legitimately trying to burn every bridge she has ever built and trying to literally nuke everything and get fired from everything. She's done on FNT. I'll tell you that much right now. It's over. It really is over. And you're going to see why. So she went on Rumble with Cecil Says. I like Cecil. I think he's a good dude. He's funny. Never met the man in public, but I think he's funny. I think he tries to do good content and stuff like that. He did something what's called the Cope Files, and he brought Chrissie on. I'm sure it's because he was trying to again engage in this and do what Chrissie admitted to finally what she was doing. But Chrissie seems to be going for the nuclear jugular of her own career. Here we go.
Or shit. Yeah, no, I'm 100. It goes without saying. I have no fucking love for any kind of that bullshit. Emorsk for another $2 says, Chrissie, you don't have to put up with that bitches commie struggle session. Venti is worse than Quartering. She has no room to talk. She tried to get people banned too. Fuck them all.
Well, you know what? We're gonna. And that's the thing. The only thing the only thing I think I fucked up a few things, but
now we're gonna admit we're fucked up. Now we're gonna admit that we fucked it up.
I'm sure we all have friends in our lives that we lie to from time to time because they can't really handle the truth, and maybe you handle them with kid gloves in a sense. And I remember,
yeah, but you don't flat out lie to them. You might tell them a little white lie, like they think they got a new haircut. You think it looks awful. They think it looks really good. And you say, hey, yeah, no, I like that. And then later on, maybe a week later, 2 weeks later, when they're like, I don't know, I'm not sure about it. You're like, well, no, now that I'm kind of looking at it, maybe you kind of looked better the way you were before, or maybe you might look better with this or something like that. But just flat out lying, because again, you had Melanie Mack on, who has covered for the Quartering, who has lied openly for him flagging channels, which is a big deal. That's somebody's livelihood. You have 100,000 subscribers. You're making a decent chunk of change, and you flag a channel to try to take it down, to go nuclear. You know what you're doing. No, all you had to say is that I don't think Melanie would have wanted you on. I don't want to have a fight with this. I don't want any drama. And maybe move on. That's all you need to say. Be like, oh yeah, I saw the message. And but no, you said you're like, oh well, I didn't see it. It was too late, and I didn't see it. No, I haven't heard from Brittany, and that's crap.
during the stream, I was like, I'm afraid to tell her I don't want her on because I don't want her to feel rejected, and that's what it came down to. And
that's your own personal cope. I'm sorry. I think that's your own personal cope for you, not anybody else.
I should have just been honest with her and said, no, you're going to ambush my guest. That's not what this is about. But instead, I just pretended I didn't see her message. And that was wrong. I should have just been, I have a hard time. And in my effort to people please everybody, I ended up screwing myself.
A lot of omission. You were trying. I
gotta be honest. I'm not really. I understand where she's coming from. And had she said that in the beginning, you would have been fine. Dude, we all make mistakes, man. Put your hand up. Say, I fucked it up. I fucked it up, man. My bad, dude. Goes for the Quartering, too. All right, watch out, Brittany. She's going to ignore her toddler for a week and to do a deep dive on your past. I've not seen this clip, but we'll see what we think about it. I'm not here to be the arbiter of anything. I'm just going to play it. I'm going to say what I think. Y'all are going to let me know what you think in the comments.
I'm not, there are some people who think they're entitled to somebody else's show and to call all the shots. I am not that way. Cecil can run his show as he likes.
Thank you. I run it by Brittany.
Okay, but the thing is, though, is look, and Cecil's going to make a joke. I run it by Brittany Venti. I understand. Again where you're coming from. If the chat is sending you a bunch of money because they want to know something about a guest you have on and you slight the chat, the people who watch your videos, the people who hit the like or dislike button or leave a comment or just leave a comment, don't do anything else, they're the reason you're doing this. And if they're giving you money and you just go, what are you gonna do? like this isn't a hard concept. If you don't want to do it for the audience, you're just doing it for you. Turn the comments off, turn the dislike button off on that Simcast. And just make your video and turn the comments off, turn the like and dislike off, and roll out with life. Probably not going to get a lot of subscribers though. And you did ride the coattails. I'm sorry. Brittany helped you in the beginning. You were kind of nobody. Hell, I was nobody when you came on for an interview and showed me how to use StreamYards. You were already starting to become somebody. I appreciated that. I still do.
Venti with all my moves anyway.
Please check everything with her before you take
judge
crap.
of the internet.
Yeah.
We all answer to Brittany at some point. Outrageous provocation. Keep in mind, a lot of these blood-sucking pigs are going all in on cancel culture right now are in fact former leftists. Just my 2 cents. I see a lot of
similar tactics.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not a leftist. I voted for Donald Trump 3 times. I don't believe in cancel culture. I believe that you stepped in it and tracked it right into the house. And I think that the audience is responding. And because it is Gary's show, and he probably doesn't want you on or ever near it anywhere ever again. That's his show, and it's up to him. So no, if the audience walks away from you, it's not canceling, it's covering your hypocrisy. Because you lied to people, then you doubled down, then you tripled down. Now you're sitting here going, well, yeah, I may have done some things wrong, but I shouldn't have to answer to Brittany Venti. No, you don't have to answer to anybody, but then you're not going to have any friends because friends hold you accountable. And you can hold your friends accountable too. That's kind of how it works. That's why you're friends. It's like, hey man, you're kind of being a dick back there. That's why that dude in the bar punched you in the fucking face. Why didn't you help me? I said, well, after he punched you in the face, I got in the middle because you deserved it. That's fucked up, dude. Well, then don't say stupid shit. Don't hit on the guy's girlfriend and tell him to fuck off. You know, shit like that. There's consequences for your actions. Guess what? Back in the day when you were being a dick, you'd get punched in the face. Now everybody just complains about, oh, I'm being canceled.
Very disheartening. People I like to, but what are you going to do? K to the Swiss. Venti lied about his personal life, about his wife and children, and she ran and hid. Oh, I got to look into that.
Rachel, Andrew, I got to. Apparently, I need to do a deep dive on this.
So yeah. Chrissie says, apparently, I'm going to do a deep dive. Cecil says that apparently, I need to look into this. Again, I don't know if something surfaces about it. I would probably do a video about Brittany saying, look, she's being hypocritical. That's what got Chrissie in this mess in the first place. So from 3 hours ago, let me get into this one first. Brittany, the bully. Chrissie admits she lied, blames me. That's true. Giggles about Gary giving her a timeout on FNT this week. I didn't see that part, but trust me, we're going to get to something that involves FNT. Continues, dismisses, and deplatforms the situation just as drama on Cecil's stream. Goes to show how seriously free speech she is. I'll be covering. Okay, so Brittany's going to be covering other things. And Chrissie started to talk about my personal life on stream. I didn't see that. Meanwhile, uses her toddler and dead father as a shield for criticism this week. She did do that on Simcast. I watched it live. She can't take an L or be funny in a response, so instead she resorts to gossiping about my private life. The cry-bully Christian. Again, not a lot of receipts for that, but we will get to other things. That is Brittany's opinion. She's allowed to have her opinion. It's perfectly fine. I got no problem with that. All right. So Chrissie ended up tweeting this, then deleted it, but the internet is so forever. She's deleting like the quartering. Mr. Felted. Thankfully, my browser cached it. This is the extent of how sociopaths view friendships. You're not getting them paid, so you're meaningless. Friendship don't pay the bills. May 14th, 26. That's today. That is today. Now, the timestamp says 1904. I would probably assume that is different. That is interesting. What is it with that timestamp? This person might be in another part of the world, and that's why it says 1904, because other parts of the world will use the 24-hour clock, and maybe that's what it is. So when Mr. Felted, I don't know where Mr. Felted is from, or who, but they saw it 1904 their time, which means they're probably like Australia or something. Anyway, at 1:43, for an example, she brings up my ex and starts to gossip with Cecil. That's not really the one I'm worried about. Gossip is not really my problem. This is the one that I'm concerned about, because it brings up Gary. At 2 hours and 22 minutes, she mocks Nerdrotic. Gary, I brought the drama to your door laughing. She's lost it. Well, we're going to take a look, because I pulled that up at 2 minutes and 2 hours, 20 minutes and 50 seconds. And we're going to see what she says. I'll take it straight from the horse's mouth. No, that is not a pun intended. I do not think Chrissie is unattractive. I will not blast her for anything like that. I think that's petty.
K to the Swiss. I had to switch to the browser instead of the Rumble app. Got it. Okay. So they're having like it's not my stream that's under attack then. Russell Hall. I just heard from Timmy, my Make-A-Wish kid, who's actually 27, but has that Gary Coleman disease. Anyway, he's only left. I wish there was something I could do to make him feel better. At this point, a few weeks, just save your money and send it here, Russell. You're doing the right thing.
Follow this. I had 0 videos on Jeremy. That should have told people how interested I was.
Okay, I just fast forward a little bit.
I'm a big drama streamer. Except when Little Miss Drama shows up here.
I'm not either, you people.
Girlfriend, you have porn stars on. One who said that at the age of 19, getting into pornography was one of the best decisions she's ever made. That's drama. That was the girl that was after Melanie, I believe.
I can tell people don't watch any of my fucking content. Why don't you follow this? I had 0 videos on Jeremy. That should have told people how interested I was in this.
I try to avoid it, but then, this one starts dragging it on.
I brought it to your door.
Let's see. Dark Danger Zone, something.
Girlfriend. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Shit. Runs with Phantoms. Lord, forgive me for being a purveyor of iniquity, but in lieu of the tin can rattle, Chrissie should put bell danglers on her nips or boobs in general, and then ring them when she gives her bosom a little shake. Look at everybody's got such good ideas. Write that down, Chrissie.
Where were all of you people like a week ago?
Digital.
Follow this. I had 0 videos on Jeremy. That should have told people how interested I was in this.
I try to avoid it, but then, this one starts dragging it on.
I brought it to your door.
I mean, look, she's entitled to her opinion. She's entitled to make fun of it. It is what it is. It's her opinion. It's how she feels. That's what, again, it's Gary's show. He very often has 13 to 15,000 people watching on average on a Friday night. It's his show. There is drama. Gary can't stand drama. Everybody knows Gary doesn't like drama. And yes, it came to his doorstep because it has been in his live chat, because there are crossover viewers and people are asking questions and putting oranges in the chat and doing this and saying, I'm sorry you feel that way. And it's like, they're clowning you. The audience is clowning you, and you brought it straight to him. That's your fault. That's a you problem. Now, it's not your problem anymore because I guarantee your ass is fired. So do that with what you will. Sit there and make your jokes. It's fine. It's your life. Ain't nobody's going to be angry at you for pissing in your own Cheerios. Just don't piss on other people and tell us it's raining. That's fucking bullshit. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I wasn't going to do a video today until all this came out. I was going to actually play a video game. I got another stream to go on later. We're going to talk about Tombstone, reviewing it. God, that's a good movie. I'm your Huckleberry. And I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.